Hey everyone, it's Thursday, February 24th. Welcome to A Word from Grace. Dietrich Bonhoeffer, German Lutheran pastor who deeply opposed Hitler and the Nazi regime. He wrote, taught, and led an underground seminary during the war in spite of the attacks against him from the Nazis. Now, at a point, Bonhoeffer left Germany for the U.S. in June of 1939 at the invitation of a seminary in New York. He regretted this decision and returned after only 2 weeks, despite strong pressure from friends to stay in the U.S. He wrote this: "I've come to the conclusion I made a mistake going to America. I must live through this difficult period in our national history with the people of Germany. I have no right to participate in the reconstruction of Christian life in Germany after the war if I don't share the trials of this time among my people. Christians in Germany have to face the terrible alternative of either willing the defeat of the nation to save Christian civilization, or will the victory of their nation, thereby destroying all civilization. I know which alternative I choose, and I can't make that choice from the place of security." Bonhoeffer got a picture from God of what it really meant to be a man of spiritual authority. That true authority is denying the image and preference of oneself through demonstrative servanthood among God's people. Now, concerning what a true person of authority should look like in God's kingdom, he wrote this: "Jesus said, 'Whoever wishes to become great among you must be your servant.' And Jesus tied all authority and community to service one to another. That genuine spiritual authority is found only where the service of listening, helping, forbearing, proclaiming is carried out. That every personality-driven group centered on their own abilities, powers, talents, even if thoroughly spiritual in nature, is worldly and has no place in the Christian community of faith. Indeed, it poisons that community. This longing we hear expressed for charismatic personalities, it stems from a spiritually sick need to admire human beings, because the genuine authority of service appears to them too insignificant. The community of faith doesn't need brilliant personalities, but faithful servants of Jesus and of one another." Soon after that, by the direct order of Hitler, Bonhoeffer was arrested, imprisoned, and hanged at the age of 39. And after his death, volumes of his publications were released. To this day, his life continues to make an impact. Why? Because he did more than act a part, more than speak with authority or presume a personal power and charisma. He proved the authority of God and his word, his son, by serving God's people among God's people until his end. People see God's authority elevated in Bonhoeffer's life only because he was sure to lower himself among the people, to be sure that God's word, God's power, was the only thing front and center. Friends, in this day and age where people are looking for influencers and figures and idols to give them guidance and hope, may you and I be the greatest among them, like Bonhoeffer, unseen, unassuming, the least of ourselves, the most of him, the servant of all. Thanks for watching. God bless.